Good afternoon, dear students. Today's class, I am going to start a new chapter from geography section. The name of the chapter is air. See, even in the previous session, we learned about a little bit information about the air. So, which is a surrounded a thin layer, which used to called as an atmosphere. So in this, we are actually focused on completely air. Then a little more information we are going to learn in this chapter about air. See, dear students, our earth is surrounded by a huge blanket of air. So the surrounding our earth, it's covered with the air. It's actually a huge blanket of the earth, and this a thin layer and a blanket of the air we used to call as an atmosphere. We used to call as an atmosphere. So dear students, here we all of knows that the only one planet which is supporting to the life form. So here all living beings on this earth depend on the atmosphere for their survival. Suppose if there is no air, if there is no atmosphere, so we may cannot see any kinds of living organisms on this earth. So that's what. So it is one of the essential layer. That means atmosphere is essential for all living beings for their survival. It provides us the air what we are breathing and protect us from the harmful effects of the sun's rays also. I think you all of you knows that you may heard about ozone layer, which protecting from the harmful the violet rays. And there is actually work as a filter zone, the ozone layer. So here, what we are breathing the air, it is provided by the atmosphere. And also, dear students, the this atmosphere only protects us from the harmful effects of the sun's rays. See, without this blanket of protection, we would be baked alive by the heat of the sun during the day and get frozen during the night also. ಸಪೋಸ್ ಏನಾದರೂ ಆ ಲೇಯರ್ ಇರಲಿಲ್ಲ ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ ನಮ್ಮ ಪರಿಸ್ಥಿತಿ ಏನಾಗಿತ್ತು ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರೆ, ಸೊ ಬೆಳಗ್ಗೆ ಎಲ್ಲ ಪೂರ್ತಿ ಬೇಕಾಗಿರ್ತಿದ್ದು, ಸಂಜೆ ಎಲ್ಲ ಫುಲ್ ಫ್ರೋಸನ್ ಡ್ಯೂರಿಂಗ್ ದ ನೈಟ್. ಸೊ ಇಟ್ ಈಸ್ ದಿಸ್ ಮಾಸ್ ಆಫ್ ಏರ್ ದಟ್ ಹ್ಯಾಸ್ ಮೇಡ್ ದ ಟೆಂಪರೇಚರ್ ಆನ್ ದ ಅರ್ತ್ ಲಿವಿಯಬಲ್. ಸೊ ಭೂಮಿಯ ತಾಪಮಾನವನ್ನ ಕಾಪಾಡ್ತಕ್ಕಂಥದ್ರಲ್ಲಿ ಈ ಒಂದು ಏರ್ ಅಥವಾ ಅಟ್ಮಾಸ್ಫಿಯರ್ ರೋಲ್ ಏನಿದೆಯಲ್ಲ ಮಕ್ಕಳ ಬಹಳ ಪ್ರಾಮುಖ್ಯವಾದ. It is a very very important because the mass of air that has made the temperature on the earth livable. Understood now? Now let us discuss about composition of this atmosphere. Air ಅಂದ ತಕ್ಷಣ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಏನೇನೆಲ್ಲ ಇರಬಹುದು, the composition of this atmosphere. See, we all of knows that the air we take in while breathing. Of course, dear students, ನಾವು ಉಸಿರಾಡ್ತಿದ್ದೀವಿ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರೆ it is actually the sign of life. ನಮ್ದು ದೇಹದಲ್ಲಿ ಉಸಿರಾಟ ನಿಂತಿದೆ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರೆ that is the sign of death. ಚೆಕ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ, ಬದುಕಿದ್ದೀರಾ ಇಲ್ವಾ ನೋಡಿ, ಉಸಿರಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದಾರಾ ಇಲ್ವಾ ನೋಡಿ ಅಂತ. That means, dear students, ಏರ್ ಇಲ್ಲ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರೆ ನಮ್ಮ ದೇಹ ಉಸಿರನ್ನ ತಗೊಳ್ತಾ ಇಲ್ಲ, ಉಸಿರನ್ನ ಹೊರ ಬಿಡ್ತಾ ಇಲ್ಲ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರೆ, ಸೊ ಇಟ್ಸ್ ಡೆಡ್. ಸಿ ಡಿಯರ್ ಸ್ಟೂಡೆಂಟ್ಸ್, the air is there now, it is actually a mixture of many gases. ನಾವು ನೀವು ಅನ್ಕೊಂಡಾಗೆ ಓನ್ಲಿ the air it's consisted only the oxygen or the carbon dioxide. No. So it is actually a mixture of many gases. See, there nitrogen and oxygen are two gases which make up the bulk of the atmosphere. ಸೊ ಮ್ಯಾಕ್ಸಿಮಮ್ ಇರತಕ್ಕಂಥದ್ದು ಏನಾಗಿದ್ರೆ, ಸೊ ಈ ಒಂದು ಅಟ್ಮಾಸ್ಫಿಯರ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಅಥವಾ ಇದನ್ನ ನಾವು ಏನು ವಾಯುಮಂಡಲ ಅಂತ ಕನ್ನಡದಲ್ಲಿ ಕರಿತೀವಿ, ಸೊ ಮ್ಯಾಕ್ಸಿಮಮ್ ಅತಿ ಹೆಚ್ಚು ಪರ್ಸೆಂಟೇಜ್ ಇರತಕ್ಕಂಥ ಗ್ಯಾಸಸ್ ಯಾವುದು ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರೆ, a huge amount of the gases actually, that is about nitrogen, are you getting to students? That is about nitrogen, it is about 78%. 78% ನಮ್ಮ ವಾಯುಮಂಡಲದಲ್ಲಿ ನೈಟ್ರೋಜನ್ ಇದೆ. And after these students, oxygen. So oxygen ಎಷ್ಟಿರ್ಬೋದು ಆಗಿದ್ರೆ, so it is about 21%. ಅಯ್ಯೋ ಸರ್ ಇರೋದೆಲ್ಲ ಇಷ್ಟೇನಾ? Of course dear students, even though the atmosphere is the mixture of gases, but the nitrogen, I mean the amount of the nitrogen and oxygen, these two gases are which make up the bulk of the atmosphere. You see here, so nitrogen 78% and then oxygen 21%, and then together, so about 99%. Only the oxygen and then nitrogen, especially the nitrogen amount is a very huge. It is about 78%. Agidre, what about other gases? So dear students, there are other the gases, for example carbon dioxide, carbon ಡೈಆಕ್ಸೈಡ್ ನಮ್ದು ಸರ್ ಎಷ್ಟಿರ್ಬೋದು ಸರ್ ಆಗಿದ್ರೆ 99 ಇಲ್ಲೇ ಆಗ್ಬೇಕಲ್ಲ ಸರ್, ಹಾಗಿದ್ರೆ ಕಾರ್ಬನ್ ಡೈಆಕ್ಸೈಡ್ ಇನ್ನೆಷ್ಟು ಪರ್ಸೆಂಟ್ ಇರ್ಬೋದು? ಇಟ್ ಇಸ್ ಅಬೌಟ್ ಓನ್ಲಿ 0.03%. 0.03%, not 3% dear students, not 0.0, it is about 0.03%, only 0.03% carbon dioxide. And also dear students, then what about others? Organ, is about 0.93%. ಸೊ ಉಳ್ಕೊಂಡಿದ್ದು 1% ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಮಕ್ಕಳ, ಸೊ 0.03% ಕಾರ್ಬನ್ ಡೈಆಕ್ಸೈಡ್ ಅಂಡ್ 0.93% ಆರ್ಗನ್ಸ್. ಸೊ ಇನ್ನು ಉಳಿದವೆಲ್ಲವೂ ಸೇರಿ ಅಂಡ್ ರಿಮೈನಿಂಗ್ ಆಲ್ ಅದರ್ ಗ್ಯಾಸಸ್, ಇಟ್ ಇಸ್ ಅಬೌಟ್, ಸೊ ಆಲ್ ಅದರ್ ರಿಮೈನಿಂಗ್ 0.04%. Getting dear students? See, ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಕಾರ್ಬನ್ ಡೈಆಕ್ಸೈಡ್ ಇರೋದು 0.03, then ಆರ್ಗನ್ ಇರೋದು 0.93, and then remaining all other remain 0.04%, then together only 1%. Then we can understand dear students. See here, ಕಾರ್ಬನ್ ಡೈಆಕ್ಸೈಡ್ ಸರ್ ಆಗಿದ್ರೆ ಇನ್ನೇನೇನು ಇರ್ಬೋದು? ಸೊ ದೇರ್ ಆರ್ so and so things dear students. For example, so in an atmosphere, the some of the other the important gases like including nitrogen, including oxygen, including carbon dioxide, organs. So again there are, so hydrogen, understood now, and helium. Hydrogen, helium. See, this helium and hydrogen and also ozone. These are the remaining. So actually, these are found in lesser quantities. That we all know that all of them, the major amount of the gases, we all know that is nitrogen, and the second one that is about the oxygen. 99% ಅಲ್ಲೇ ಹೋಯ್ತು ಮಕ್ಕಳ. ಇನ್ನು ರಿಮೈನಿಂಗ್ 1% ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಅತಿ ಹೆಚ್ಚಿರ್ತಕ್ಕಂಥದ್ದು ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರೆ ಆರ್ಗನ್ ದಟ್ ಇಸ್ ಅಬೌಟ್ 0.93 and the carbon dioxide 0.03 and all other ಉಳಿದೆಲ್ಲ ಸೇರಿ hydrogen, helium, ozone, so on so things only 0.4%. See here dear students, so ಇನ್ನೇನಿರ್ಬೋದು ಆಗಿದ್ರೆ ಅಟ್ಮಾಸ್ಫಿಯರ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ apart from all these different gases. So even dear students, there we can observe that tiny dust particles, ಸಣ್ಣ ಸಣ್ಣ ಧೂಳಿನ ಕಣಗಳನ್ನು ಸಹ ನಾವು ಅಟ್ಮಾಸ್ಫಿಯರ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ನೋಡ್ತೀವಿ. Tiny dust particles. See, the pie chart gives you the percentage of different constituents of air so that you can observe in the 4.1 that picture. So by observing that data, we can came to know that nitrogen is the most plentiful gas in the air. It is the most maximum 78% nitrogen. So when we inhale, we take some amount of nitrogen into our lungs and exhale it. So ನಮ್ಮ ಉಸಿರಾಟದ ಕ್ರಿಯೆಯಲ್ಲಿ ಮಕ್ಕಳ ನಾವು ಉಸಿರಾಡ್ತಿದೀವಿ, ಅಫ್ಕೋರ್ಸ್ ವಿ ಆರ್ ಟೇಕಿಂಗ್ ಆಕ್ಸಿಜನ್, ಅದ್ರ ಜೊತೆಗೆ ಅಲ್ಪ ಪ್ರಮಾಣದಲ್ಲಿ ಸೊ ನಾವು ನೈಟ್ರೋಜನ್ ಅನ್ನು ಸಹ ನಾವು ತಗೊಳ್ತೀವಿ. ಬಟ್ ಪ್ಲಾಂಟ್ ನೀಡ್ ನೈಟ್ರೋಜನ್ ಫಾರ್ ದೇರ್ ಸರ್ವೈವ್. ಸೊ ಪ್ಲಾಂಟ್ಸ್ಗೆ ಯಾವ್ದು ಬೇಕು ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರೆ ವಿ ಆರ್ ಟೇಕನ್ ಅ ಲೆಸ್ ಅಮೌಂಟ್ ಆಫ್ ದ ನೈಟ್ರೋಜನ್ with oxygen, but for plants to survive they required nitrogen. So they can not take nitrogen directly from the air. Sir ಏನು ಸರ್ ನೀವು ಹೇಳ್ತಿದ್ದೀರಿ? ಓಕೆ ಆಗಿದ್ರೆ ಕಾರ್ಬನ್ ಡೈಆಕ್ಸೈಡ್ ಬೇಡ ಸರ್. ಓಕೆ, actually dear students, so the plants are not taking or do not take nitrogen directly from the air. ಡೈರೆಕ್ಟ್ ಆಗಿ ತಗೊಳ್ಳಲ್ಲ ಮಕ್ಕಳ. ಸೊ ಹಾಗಿದ್ರೆ ಹೌ ಸರ್? ಸಿ ಬ್ಯಾಕ್ಟೀರಿಯಾ that live in the soil and the roots some of plants and the roots of some plants. ಒಂದಷ್ಟು ಬ್ಯಾಕ್ಟೀರಿಯಸ್ಗಳಿದೆ ಮಕ್ಕಳ. ಸೊ ಎಲ್ಲಿ ಇರ್ತವೆ ಬ್ಯಾಕ್ಟೀರಿಯಸ್ಗಳಂದ್ರೆ ಮಣ್ಣಲ್ಲಿ ಮತ್ತೆ ಒಂದಷ್ಟು ಪ್ಲಾಂಟ್ಸ್ಗಳ ರೂಟ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ನಾವು ಅಥವಾ ಬೇರುಗಳಲ್ಲಿ ನಾವು ಆ ಒಂದು ಬ್ಯಾಕ್ಟೀರಿಯಾಗಳನ್ನ ಸೂಕ್ಷ್ಮಾಣು ಜೀವಿಗಳನ್ನ ನಾವು ಕಾಣ್ತೀವಿ. See, these take nitrogen from the air and change its form so that plants can use it. Through bacteria actually, so the plants are receiving the nitrogen from the air and change its form so that plants can use it. Of course dear students, ಗಿಡಗಳು ಬೆಳಿಬೇಕು ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಅಥವಾ ಯಾವುದಾದ್ರೂ ಬೆಳೆಯನ್ನು ಹಾಕಬೇಕು ಅಂದ್ರೆ ನಾವು ಒಂದಷ್ಟು ಫರ್ಟಿಲೈಸರ್ಸ್ ಅನ್ನ ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಿರ್ತೀವಿ. ಅಲ್ಲಿ ನೋಡಿರ್ಬೇಕು ನೈಟ್ರೋಜನ್ ಅದು ಇದು ಅಂತೇಳಿ ಬೇರೆ ಬೇರೆ ಹೆಸರುಗಳಿಂದ ಇರ್ತಕ್ಕಂಥದ್ದು. ಸೊ ದಿಸ್ ಇಸ್ ದ ಮೋಸ್ಟ್ ದ ಪ್ಲೆಂಟಿಫುಲ್ ಒನ್ which is actually 78% in our atmosphere. And dear students, what is the second one, the most plentiful gas in the air? That is about oxygen. See dear students, humans and animals take oxygen from the air as they breathe. ಉಸಿರಾಟದ ಮುಖಾಂತರ ಪ್ರಾಣಿಗಳು ಮತ್ತೆ ಮನುಷ್ಯ ಜೀವಿಗಳು ಸೊ ಅವು ಆಕ್ಸಿಜನ್ ಅನ್ನು ತಗೊಳ್ತವೆ. Green plants produce oxygen during photosynthesis. So who are producing this? Actually the green plants produce oxygen during photosynthesis. ನಾವು ಯಾಕೆ ಪರಿಸರ ಸ್ವಚ್ಛವಾಗಿ ಇಟ್ಕೋಬೇಕು ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರೆ ಅಥವಾ ಪರಿಸರ ಶುದ್ಧವಾಗಿರ್ಬೇಕು ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರೆ ಅಥವಾ ವಾಯು ಮಾಲಿನ್ಯದಿಂದ ರಕ್ಷಣೆ ಬೇಕು ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಮರಗಳನ್ನ ಬೆಳೆಸಬೇಕು ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಈ ಉದ್ದೇಶಕ್ಕೆ. ಬಿಕಾಸ್ ಇಟ್ಸ್ ಪ್ಯೂರಿಫೈಸ್, ಇಟ್ಸ್ ಪ್ರೊಡ್ಯೂಸ್ oxygen which we require. So in this way oxygen content in the air remains constant. So ಯಾಕೆ ಆಕ್ಸಿಜನ್ ಕಂಟೆಂಟ್ ಕಾನ್ಸ್ಟೆಂಟ್ ಆಗಿದೆ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರೆ ಬಿಕಾಸ್ ಡ್ಯೂರಿಂಗ್ photosynthesis, so the green plants are producing oxygen, so that's what, so the content of the oxygen in the air remains constant. Got it, dear students? Why it's constant now? So because green plants are producing oxygen during photosynthesis. So in this way oxygen content in the air, in the atmosphere remains constant. If we cut trees, then this balance gets disturbed. Then what happen now? It's lead the environmental pollution. And finally, even dear students, if we are going to clear the forest continuously without planting, then we cannot get proper air to breathe or oxygen to breathe. It is the most important one. ಬಹುಶಃ ಕೆಲವು ದಿನಗಳ ಹಿಂದೆ ನೋಡಿರ್ಬೇಕು ಮಕ್ಕಳ, ದೆಹಲಿಯ ವಾಯುಮಾಲಿನ್ಯ ಎಷ್ಟಿತ್ತು ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರೆ, ಸೊ ಹೌ ವಿ ಆರ್ observing the coffee bar, tea bar, that means coffee shop, tea shop, like that only. So in Delhi actually they were started oxygen bar also. ಆಕ್ಸಿಜನ್ ಬಾರ್ಗಳನ್ನ ದೆಹಲಿನಲ್ಲಿ, ಬೇರೆ ಯಾವುದೇ ದೇಶಕ್ಕೆ ಎಲ್ಲೋ ನೋಡೋದ್ ಬೇಡ ಮಕ್ಕಳ, ನಮ್ಮ ದೇಶದಲ್ಲೇ ದೆಹಲಿನಲ್ಲಿ ಆಕ್ಸಿಜನ್ ಬಾರ್ಗಳನ್ನ ಸ್ಟಾರ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರು ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರೆ ಶುದ್ಧವಾದಂತಹ ಗಾಳಿ ಸಿಗದೆ, then you can imagine the condition, then we can understand how much it is essential for living beings, especially for the humans and as well as for other animals. It's very essential. If we cut trees, then what happen now? The balance in the atmosphere get disturbed. Then we cannot get proper oxygen to breathe. Then we lost our life also. Then after that, dear students, carbon dioxide is the another most important gas in our atmosphere. So carbon dioxide, it is the another one important gas in our atmosphere. See, green plants use carbon dioxide to make their food and release oxygen. That was we used to call as the process of photosynthesis. See, actually the green plants are using carbon dioxide to make their food and release oxygen. See here, humans or animals release carbon dioxide. So human beings and animals are releasing carbon dioxide, but here the green plants are releasing carbon dioxide, sorry, oxygen, and receiving carbon dioxide. Whatever we are leaving the carbon dioxide, that's used by the green plants, and whatever in the photosynthesis the plants are releasing the oxygen, that is a very essential for the animals and human beings. See, dear students, the amount of carbon dioxide released by humans or animals seems to be equal to the amount used by the plants, which make a perfect balance. It should be balanced. So it needs to maintain the balance of what we are releasing the amount of the carbon dioxide and what amount of the oxygens are released by the plants. So balance, it's a very need and essential to make perfect. But however, the balance is upset by burning of fuels, and also such as we are actually burning such as coal, oil, and so on, so things, and then we are producing the huge amount of the carbon dioxide, but now it becomes excess in the atmosphere, because at the same time we are clearing the green plants, we are clearing the forest for different purposes. See, they had billions of tons of carbon dioxide into the atmosphere each year. ಬಿಲಿಯನ್ ಟನ್ ಗಟ್ಟಲೆ ಕಾರ್ಬನ್ ಡೈಆಕ್ಸೈಡ್ ಅನ್ನು ನಾವು ಬೆಂಕಿಯನ್ನು ಸುಡೋದ್ರಿಂದ, ಕೋಲನ್ನು ಸುಡೋದ್ರಿಂದ, ಈವನ್ ಡಿಯರ್ ಸ್ಟೂಡೆಂಟ್ಸ್ ದ ಫ್ಯಾಕ್ಟ್ರಿ ಸ್ಮೋಕ್ ಏನಿದೆಯಲ್ಲ, ದೆನ್ ವಾಟ್ ವಿ ಆರ್ ಯೂಸಿಂಗ್ ನವೇಡೇಸ್ ದ ಡಿಫರೆಂಟ್ ವೆಹಿಕಲ್ಸ್ So billion ton gatle so oxygen ಅನ್ನ so I'm sorry carbon dioxide ಅನ್ನ ನಾವು atmosphere ಗೆ ಬಿಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೀವಿ. As a result, the increased volume of carbon dioxide is affecting the Earth's weather and climate. So what is happening now? So we are releasing the huge amount of the carbon dioxide by burning of fuels such as coal and oil, and even we are using the advanced technology, and everywhere we can see the number of industries and the number of vehicles releasing the huge amount of the billion ton carbon dioxide to the nature, to the atmosphere in every year. And as a result, dear students, the increased volume of carbon dioxide is affecting the Earth's weather and climate. Of course. So it's really in this way we are polluting our nature, our environment. I hope, dear students, you all have understood. So that's what. So maintaining balance in the nature or in the atmosphere, especially the amount of the oxygen and what we are using, or by getting the amount of the oxygen and carbon dioxide, it's because. See here, the balance between carbon dioxide and oxygen should be maintained. So here, the role of the green plants is very essential, and it's played a vital role. So the next class, dear students, we are going to learn about structures of the atmosphere. Structure of the atmosphere. Thank you. Have a nice day.